dollar pour mu fay ko tax GRA loi moko dollar pour mu fay ko tax GRA.
Hello viewers, you are watching QTV, the Gambia's first private TV station, and we are broadcasting live from our studios here on Kairaba Avenue. My name is Aliou Cisse, and as usual we are back for another edition of your weekly GRA Taxpayer Education Program, a program designed to better inform taxpayers about ongoing reforms and developments, but equally to make them understand what their rights and responsibilities are as taxpayers of this country. And then this week I'm joined on the program. On my immediate left I have Ibrahima Sane, who is a Taxpayers Education Officer. Ibrahima, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Aliou.
Okay. On my immediate right I have Babukar Njai, who is a Senior Taxpayers Education Officer. Babs, you are the program once again.
Thank you very much, Aliou.
And on my far right I have Auntie Fatou Cham, who is a Taxpayer Service Officer. Auntie Fatou, you are the program once again.
Okay, thank you.
Well, this week we are looking at the ITAS, that is the Integrated Tax Administration System, which is part of the ongoing digitization by the Gambia Revenue Authority, and is going to replace the GAM tax. I know yesterday and today the authority has been engaging stakeholders. Of course, talking about professional bodies. The lawyers and accountants, to make them understand. The benefits of this soon to be launched. ITAS system as part of ongoing efforts to digitize the way and manner in which tax is collected to better help boost domestic revenue collection for national development. But before we get into the statements that were delivered and some of the people that we spoke to, I will just allow Mr. Njai Babukar to give us a background about this all ITAS. I know it's going to replace the GAM tax, so tell us a little bit about what this ITAS is all about.
Yeah, thank you, Aliou. I think you've already said all, because the ITAS, the meaning is Integrated Tax Administration System, and then we shorten it to ITAS, that is ITAS. Okay. As you rightly said, it's going to replace the GAM tax net, because the GAM tax net right now, that is the one we are using for tax payment when it comes to domestic taxes. But when it comes to customs, we are using the Asikuda wall, which you already know. Yeah. This was Asikuda wall was launched in 2022. Before we launch it, we want to bring all the stakeholders on the same level. Okay. On the same level means that those who will deal with the system should be at par. Okay. If you remember last year, we started with our staffs. Yeah. We did a sensitization for our staffs within the greater Banjul area up to Basse. That means it's a countrywide sensitization. Okay. We went to all the customs offices, we went to all the domestic tax offices to tell them about the ITAS. And now, as far as our staffs are concerned, almost everybody has an idea about the ITAS. So now the stakeholders that are involved, as you rightly said, yesterday we had a seminar with the lawyers. Today we had it with the accountants. These are the professional bodies, because the lawyers themselves, they are taxpayers, and they also represent taxpayers. Definitely. So same thing to the accountants. They also pay tax, and they also represent taxpayers, because the taxpayers will go to them for the accounting, and how much they should pay, calculate the figures.
All the figures and everything.
Exactly, because if you come to me, I might struggle with those figures, because it's not my field. But if you go to the accountants, they will help you do all those figures correctly. So that is the reason why we invited these two professional bodies, to put them at the same level. Let them also understand that this is what is coming. So by the time it comes, nobody will have an excuse to say that, well, I did not know that this is what is coming, or this is what is about to come.
Well, I wasn't involved in the process.
In the process, very good. So that is why we deem it necessary and started involving. And it's not going to stop to only the lawyers and the accountants. Okay. There are other professional bodies that will also have the same sensitization. Okay. And one thing is important for us to note, Aliou. Okay. Apart from them, we're going to do for the business community in the greater Banjul area. And we will also do countrywide.
Okay.
We'll start from North Bank region up to Basse, you know, CRR, LRR, all these regions, we will select one center where we will do for the regions. For example, North Bank, we will say, let's do it in Farafenni. I'm not saying that's where it is going to happen. I'm just giving an example.
But highly likely that's where it should be.
Very good. In Basse also, URR, we might select Basse. CRR also, we might select maybe Bansang. You know, LRR, it might be Jara Soma. So double CR will be included within the Greater Banjul area when we are doing the Greater Banjul area.
Yes, Auntie Fatou, dégg nga li ma doon laaj Baboucarr fii ITAS bi am naa ne soon dinañ ko launch inshallah waaye gis nañ ne démba ak tey am nga seen office ñu ngi jéem a engage nga xam ne ñoo nekk ay stakeholders ay lawyers ak ay accountants pour gën laa xamal amin njëriñi ITAS bi an jubluwaay bi lan la.
ok jërëjëf waa ITAS bi is called the Integrated Tax Administrative System. dafa nekk système bu ees bu GRA bugg a introduce pour ñu mun di ko use di si fayee suñ taxi. Right now ñu ngi use the GAM tax net. Why come the time ITAS comes into place moom mooy replace GAM tax net bi. So GRA feel ne it's necessary pour stakeholders yi nga xam ne yëpp day involve ñu engage leen. So ñoom tamit they get to know what the ITAS is all about and then tamit naka la moo doxee when it comes into place because GRA du pour ñi faa liggéey rek GRA is for everybody koo xam ne ni taxpayer nga you are part of GRA te suñu indi dara lu ees into the system war nañu pour ñu make sensitization programs ñu engage from all professional bodies and stakeholders pour ñu get to know what the ITAS is all about and then when it comes into place how is it going to be operated and everything. So moo tax ñaari fan yii nii nga gis ne ñu ngi engage lawyers yi ak lifi nii naka laati accountants yi ba pare tamit Baboucarr wax na ne du em foofu noonu rek dinañ make sure ne business community bi nga xam ne ni ñu ngi Greater Banjul and all over the country dinañ leen engage su ko defee ñu sensitize leen wax leen what all the ITAS is about so si gàttal ci process boobu noonu lañ nekka
Ibrahima
Aliou ok assalamu alaikum atel wen jibe kan QTV ko Baboucarr ning fa chama ya fanyami abewol nyama bi na programme wonum de ITAS ni aji ay munam min wolon integrated tax administration system ni integrated tax administration system yan ko GRA ba nate kan pour ka namu jolal den atenu ga namu jo ani GRA do kula pour ka namu jota ka sonande bulu na la kilo ba kan na alpha ba nyaton ko ko mun kada nyaton ko ya ko mun kada commissioner general jama ka on CG nyimbe matel la miroti anala fero pour que GRA ta ga place oti wala do ko bladi mi anako gambe di on lafta mun na to don yiri wado nam jola ala fuko ke GRA o kamala ni ade mela ni ITAS ni mba natla pour ka dundi gambe banko kanjang so kamala ko Baboucarr ya fanyami in kunu animbi ne training baso do mba ke kam bakadaji hotel manako ni loyal ni accountant non lebe nyola kad ni ajibe loyal ni accountant non moloti manako e kumata baka ni system ko nata na dunda nan kad loyal moloti manako e to mata luwala adum fana to lo molti manako e ni nam jolal ke doko ka nam jola ni de korosol rek nata luwala karo nam jola e kata loyal so akumata bakele pour ni loyal tan e karandi pour ka lon ko ITAS na nata monoma na fade ani anyanda kala nyami adum fana bi programme ni accountant wol fana kumandle ni accountant wol fana sita ni kachata o bakadaji hotel odo ITAS mu ko jumela ko kuma balon ko ka fu mo yalo nyami ise web based men ko jaman labang computer wala mobile abitani o silola so manjare ena GRA la dinkraro ka fu ken namo jol e patara sile la bon kono rek yela namo ta ye filing everything yela namo ya jo yela receipt soto so im ITAS mu ko jumela ka nata pour ken nam jota ab nadunda ab nam jo so ndila nam jola len ITAS akamida ko ni naraje ko custom ya sifa so ka mo asikuda wol ITAS ning asikuda wol etal den cleaning ni narabe interface to menake tala cleaning ni be custom area domestic tax area isi la namo joni ITAS karola so ate ko ali ba ko ya fanya min ate danna loyal damanna ani accountanol oda business organization fana be target la le sama sini mu ko be wol fana train na ni ITAS na nata kumaya ni oda ji fana oda professional bodies wol fana be ma ko be fana engage la le na buda fana ate danna ko ba kala ko mbokon janda man be findira kala fana bolomba kono ko ba ko ya fanya pour na nam jolale sini kacha ITAS ni akuma ta nyami ani nana ta bumun na fala gambe dimla ni gambe nam jolale adum fan nabure ko ba ko fo tundul woro mbebe gambe jam ba kala jere ni data NBR asike no ba kala farafin jasi commercial center ni budam wida ni da LR ba kala soma das as commercial center ni da data base asike no bansang o brikama bo o janje mure sake no dilatul ni bude fanta base URL sake no base sate ko non ni nata na kombo jang ani banjuk dala na sate wol si wol join nole pour que be nade ke kafunyoma pour que namo inta pour ka jo so ni ITAS sensation wolon kam nam jolal kala motani o kulti mu yana ko kukuma balon adum fanan nanata kolea ku mokaso nam jola gambe kono jan ni jiare la kalo domestic tax karola o mukulti mu yana ko abe banna te ngatan kuto raje abe kulti mu yana ko sonoya ani kontano albe o sotani ITAS kono nanata so mukulti mu yana ko bewoni kunu akedale ko aliwa fu nyamin sama nyado benna kebal la diamu fintinde la aliya moy ni mu kacha den nalsi continue kacha la munata ni ITAS la fanna la karo aliou
Aparaga Bake, Ibrahim, guys, like I said, I mean, we will just take a listen to what, I mean, was said at this, I mean, 2 days engagement. I mean, like I said, I mean, it's one of the few events where you go to and you find both the CG and the deputy CG all in attendance. That shows the importance they attach to these engagements and, of course, the intention of ITAS. So let's just take a listen to what the Commissioner General, Yankuba Daw, had to say at both events yesterday and today.
It gives me a great pleasure to be with you today at this very important sensitization workshop on the upcoming introduction of our new integrated tax administrative system. Your presence here today as the members of the legal fraternity is a clear indication of the crucial role you play in the economic and physical landscape of the Gambia. This workshop is a significant step towards enhancing collective understanding of the transformative changes these systems will bring to our tax administration processes. For many years, the Gambia Revenue Authority has been on a journey of transformation, a journey to modernize our tax processes, to enhance efficiency, and to foster a culture of voluntary compliance. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we gather here today, we acknowledge the pivotal role that you play in the legal and physical landscape of our society. The practice of law, particularly in taxation, requires a clear awareness of not only the existing legal framework, but also the instruments and technologies that underpin them. The ITAX will represent a fundamental shift in how tax administrations operate, and it is imperative that both the tax administrators and tax agents are fully equipped to navigate this new environment. This ITAX system is expected to streamline tax processes, improve compliance, and foster greater transparency in tax administration. And for compliance, it will enable the e-registration system, e-filing, e-payment, e-reforms, and all services related to the ITAX systems will, when it starts, it will provide that. However, these new systems will come with its own challenges and responsibilities. It is essential for us as tax administrators and tax agents to understand the implications of these changes are not only for our clients, the taxpayers, but for the overall legal and economic environment in which we operate. You are present here today as members of the accounting fraternity and other businesses is a clear indication of the role you play in the economic and fiscal landscapes of the Gambia. You are the crucial link between taxpayers and the Gambia Revenue Authority. It is for these reasons that we invited you all here today, not just as a guest, but as one of our most valued stakeholders in our journey of transformation. I thank you all for responding to our invitation. As you may be aware, for many years, the Gambia Revenue Authority has been on a journey of transformation, a journey to modernize our tax processes, to enhance efficiency, and to foster a culture of voluntary tax compliance. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we gather here today, we acknowledge the pivotal role that you play in the economic and physical landscape of our society. The practice of accounting, particularly in taxation and conducting business, require a great awareness of not only the existing tax laws, but also the instruments and technologies that underpins them. The introduction of this ITAS will represent a fundamental shift in how tax administrations operate. And it is imperative that both the tax administrators and our tax agents are fully equipped to navigate this new environment.
Well, there you heard the Commissioner General of the Gambia Revenue Authority, Yankuba Dabo, emphasizing the importance of digitization in tax administration, but also, acknowledging the crucial role of these participants, BAPs. I know today's, event, I saw representatives of oil companies, GSM companies, commercial banks, and even some auditing firms as well. Yes. What's the key takeaway from CG's statement and looking at the attendance? How impressed are you?
Yes,
I know you have been there. You
yes,
have
yes.
been there monitoring and
yes.
facilitating some of these engagements.
That's true. I think I would first of all like to thank the cameraman.
Okay.
He did a very good job, and those at the editing side also.
No,
they did a good job.
Lola.
Yes, because
looking
at the quality.
I'm not Henrik Nabajes.
Guy definitely job nice because for link nyari speech without any interruption.
Exactly. Wow.
It's a very good. Wow, because solo you do better si nyari programs here. I think it is very key when CG talked about the ITAS. One of the key things is reducing the cost of compliance, because when the ITAS comes in place, because right now in our system you have to leave your home, go to the office, file your returns, you pay. But when the ITAS come, you don't need to do all that. He talks about e-filing. You will sit at home and you do your filing electronically. You sit at home, you do your payment electronically.
You can even be away.
Outside Gambia, be in America, be anywhere, because it's a web-based thing. You can sit in America, you just have to get your login details, and you have your password, you do what you want to do, you log in and you file. You understand? That makes it very easy. It's going to reduce the cost of compliance. That is very key. And the presence of these two different professional bodies, it's also very important, because the lawyers, they deal with the tax laws, and the accountants, they deal with the figures. When it comes to paying tax, if you have any problem that is related to law, you go to the lawyers. They will tell you about the IVAT Act. They will tell you about the Customs and Excise Act. They know all these things at their fingertips.
And most of them are these major taxpayers.
Yes. You saw in our taxpayers award.
Yeah.
The most compliant law firm is there. The most compliant auditing firm is also an award category. I am not sure whether I can still remember, but those who won it this year, I cannot remember offhand. But every year there is a winner for these respective categories. So this digitalization, it's key in GRS process. It's a very long journey.
And even from his statement, you realize that this is something very close to his heart.
Yes, and the importance, that shows you the importance, because CG is present. The Deputy Commissioner General is present. Director of Technical Service is present.
I saw Abdurrahman.
Yes, Abdurrahman Ba, Director of Legal is present.
Antimati too.
Yes, Antimati is the head of the unit that we are from. And Deputy Commissioner Samba Sala is also the head of the unit that Fat Cham is from, that is headquarter functions.
We'll hear from
Samba later. Okay. So these things are key because we cannot do this in their absence. You know, and in one of the speech also CG said it, that these things worked in other countries. Why can't it work here? Because when we were introducing the Asikuda in 2022, there was resistance. You know, change, people resist to change. Because, for example, if this is my comfortable zone, and you want to move me here, take me to where Sane is, I might resist because this is where I know. I am very comfortable here. So when the Asikuda was coming, some of them doubted whether it's gonna work or not. But from the Commissioner General to the rest of the management and all the other GRA staffs, we believe that it will work. And it is working. Now they are the ones enjoying it. Wherever you go, you can do your declaration, you know, and whatever you want to do as far as the custom system is concerned. You know, so the ITAS also, I'm sure when it comes, there will be some resistance. But that would not stop, we will push it. Yeah, but we spoke to some people today and, you know, they had a different view. Okay. I mean, from what we say here. We will hear from them. Yes. And the Patu, denga ba kan luno jema bam to xam nga denga si child kadam luno jema importance of these ITAS bi nga xamne su ñëwé rek dafa indi ay wécc ko yu bari si walum fayam tax.
I know. CG wax na lu am solo jëmale ko ci yefi ITAS bi. Wow, si njeextali waxam mu ngi wax ne we should be fully equipped. Both parties, ñun GRA ak stakeholders yi nga xam ne they involved ci yëfi ITAS bi pour ñu xam what it all entails, understand nga. Su ko defee nga xam ne like launching bi or introduction bi dina run smoothly ba pare dina ñu jëriñ both parties. Ba pare tamit ci waxam soo dégloo mu ngi explain ne lii dina reduce the cost of compliance when it comes to the side of the taxpayer. Dina la wàññil fere yu bari parce que with this system we are using the GamTaxNet foog nga drive sa kër or sa office or anywhere nga am pour dem ba ci office bi ndax nga mun a def a payment or nga dem up to a bank ndax nga mun a def a payment. Why when it comes to ne like su ITAS bi suñ ko implementé ba pare it doesn't need pour nga jógee sa kër or sa office or whatsoever pour nga dem ba ci office bi pour nga mun a def any payment. Waaw mun ngaa toog fi nga toog mun ngaa toog fi nga toog with internet services and a computer you can do your payments, you can file your returns, li nga bugg a def yëpp o sa tax transactions yëpp di nga ko mun a def within few seconds or few minutes si fi nga toog and wherever you are all over the world you can do it. So foog naa loolu noonu dina la wàññil dépense bu bare ñun tam when it comes to our side the administrative cost dina wàññeeku si suñ side because taxpayer bi su ñëwee kayit yi moo present binda fele nele stamp fele nele yooyu noonu yëpp dina wàññeeku on our side. So dafa nekk ne ñun xëj na dañoo monitor rek di xool ndax payment si dugga nañ in the system or whatsoever ñu monitor payment si
doo taal sa moto lakka sa fël dem ba Banjul nga àgg ciw baa ngi bari nga war a xaal loolu yëpp fona loolu rek
nga dem ñu ne la tey network amut
exactly
waaw so
wala nga dem sa ko mel ni Baba ñu ne Baba den ma si àll bi de Baba ne ko around wala nga dem na no da nga book appointment suma waaye 2 weeks because man doo ñëw rek nga dugg sama office noonu
I know
Ibrahima
okay Aliou baraka ba
si la kuma ko ya moy le
ya ke na moy bagala okay ansa mbe continue kachala ko Aliou ya fanyami commissioner general CG yanko wada wala kuma kan na lamoy ten am kuma kan me ka kuma da bagala follow pour ka idanda ko ñing ITAS ala kumaya na alpha ba ma be dajele wolon commissioner general yanko da ma be dajele deputy commissioner general mga DCG o fana ma be dajele director technical service o fana bi jele deputy director compliance and taxpayer education o fana bi ma be dajele ani mo kuma me ko loyal long ani accountant bal me ko banko kanjang wol be ma be tay tilfula be on do ka idanda ko ñi mu kuldi me ko kukuma balong adun na alpha idanda ko kulum me ko jiare ya muday bultan nim flolal kadum ne ITAS je ay kuma klim kuma do fa ITAX kono ITAX mu kudi mu nada do pour que nam jo sonandi nam jolal be mu ko lobe gambe jang adu ni jiare dia dealing with jiare makarin ITAS nana da follow wolon cost of compliance wolon temu ke namojo abo fanko anin kodo mu kaduni la nam jo kono tanina abo talala bagale kar kulum mu ko web base long de rasulata mu na ko wala ko you have your login details e la computer soto wala laptop wala mobile isi sila bunko no ila kulta ya beke isi e-filing kino jele isi e-registration o fanan kino jele isi la business registration no isi e-return fanan isi o fanan kino jele adum fanan isi payment fanan kino in ITAS la isi use no
isa can ibe dawda
ibe ida Gambia jeno outside the Gambia you can use this thing as far as internet connection so ab kuldi mi anako abi mako la adum fanera ni da administration side from ko
ani be badibu
Babukar mo
ani badibu ñi indi autorité ta keno
ay sa su no
Babukar ani badibu ñi indi autorité
lu de ñaxa internet lu de ñaxa internet
me no kiam ko so no okay so ni ajibe be dum na dawda ko as far as you have internet then you can have access to ñi ITAS ni adum fanan kuldum mi anako nanat le kulum mi anako falindiro lon ko digitalization mi anako na alpha ba CG abo tamande kan jiare kulum mi anako molbe ka falindiro ko ali ya fa abba ko la fa change change ole nana da fo molo som de most receives am change na kan ya abba ko la fa ni na raji kabine asikuda wol fa na 2021 kab ka do fa no disem 2022 kabin 2022 asikura wol na kuldi mu yanako ay ngatandi fana basa ni ajibe is one of the best mu yanako betama ka nyimbango ani sub region ko na sijika fu nyano Gambia ay lafa kala as a hub or as mu yanako senda mu yanako West Africa janga be ku nyon tawde mu ni nata namo o jola ni namo fanko na tamando Kenya la so nyi ITAS mu kuldi mu yanako be mol be dan la nata am kuldi mu yanako man loñ folo ba loñ tata mira ba na loñ tabe nam jolal be dahandla so manjere mo yele moto mala bo le soko ne afon fo banjun kara namojo wala mbe bola na soko na bang na namojo kar ku jama bi be sanso janela ani be kaydol fanan photocopy ko be kuldi men ko abu kolle ya kolon banyi kuldi men ko ni na jiare ni na manjere futa jiare rek just log in then you make your payment then it resource esi la soko neta kuldi men ko pour ko so na dal be so ko mu kacha mbada na jane then se continue
akamuda ya fanyamen ton it's more like it's a win-win situation.
It's a win-win situation,
not just for GRA and government but even the taxpayers. I mean, let's now take a listen to what the DCG has to say. You know, that's Deputy Commissioner General Esa Jallo, who also heads the domestic tax. This morning I had someone calling Esa Ba.
Yes, that was the MC of the program. Esa Ba. Rek Abdurrahman Musalibri ko nga mo bala sa
So I mean, let's take a listen to the Deputy Commissioner General Esa Jallo. I mean, he also shared some of his views on this ITAS. Let's take a listen.
The ITAS will not only enhance operational efficiency and effectiveness for GRA, but it will also foster transparency and trust among all stakeholders in the tax administration ecosystem. Hence, we are conducting this sensitization workshop today to enlighten key stakeholders like you about the new technological solution the GRA is working on and its benefits in terms of tax collection and the compliance management. Hence, the objectives we have put to design for these sensitizations are to familiarize stakeholders with the upcoming ITAS, its functionalities, and the benefits to users. To create awareness among key stakeholders so as to increase acceptance and the adoption of the new system once it is deployed. To create a platform for dialogue and feedback between GRA and stakeholders regarding the implementation of the new system as part of our communication and change management strategies.
Well, that's Esa Jalo, who is the Deputy Commissioner General and also head of domestic tax. I mean, we will also listen to, Samba Sala, who is the ITAS project manager and also Deputy Director of GRA headquarters function. Let's take a listen.
The ITAS is funded by the World Bank through the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, and it's a support that they are giving to GRA. And they are also supporting other institutions to modernize their systems, and is part of a wider public administration modernization project. So we are implementing this ITAS. It started about a couple of years ago, but on the way we had some challenges. But fortunately, we are now back on the ground, and we have now starting the process proper. We call for this sensitization to inform you and also to discuss with you about the potentials of this ITAS and how it will benefit all of us. It will benefit the taxpayers because it will reduce the cost of compliance for both the taxpayers and their agents, because here you are wearing two caps. You are taxpayers, but you are also agents of taxpayers. You represent taxpayers in meeting their tax compliance obligations. So you are wearing two caps. So that's why it's important for us to have this discussion with you throughout the project. When we started, we called for we had a meeting with different stakeholders, and I think some of you were invited in one of those, some of those meetings, like when we had started the business process re-engineering. Some of you were invited to get your inputs. So we wanted to, every step of the way to invite our major stakeholders to have their inputs and also to get their feeling and to also inform them of the process that we will be going through. So it's great. We are very happy to have you here today. And I will encourage everybody to be, to participate as fully as they could, so that this will not be just giving you information. It's giving you information and also getting your feedback and sharing information as well, so that when we have the ITAS, it will be an ITAS for everybody, not just an ITAS that is implemented by GRA, but an ITAS that is implemented by everybody.
There you had Samba Sala, who is the project manager of this ITAS project. Talking about having an ITAS for everybody, not just an ITAS for GRA, and because there is GRA because they are taxpayers, and involving them is very important as far as this entire process is concerned. And earlier on, you heard from Barbara talking about resistance to change and all those things. Well, after the formal opening, we spoke to some of the participants to find out what is their take on this whole ITAS and everything around the ITAS. And we spoke to Fatu Danso, who is head of financial reporting, budgeting, and taxation at EcoBank. We also spoke to Lamin S. Jata, who is managing partner of Accords Associates, and Bakari Sanyang, also managing partner of Foresight Accountancy and Audit Partners. Let's take a listen as to what their views are. Do they agree with Babukar about the issue of resistance to change?
My name is Fanta Danso. I work with EcoBank, head of financial reporting, budgeting, and taxation. So I have been handling taxes from my prior employment to my current employment, 5 years in EcoBank. So I would love to have the system implemented, because this will save us a lot of time. Like the commissioner highlighted, when we face them in our tax filing, it's a lot of stress. So we will indeed say that GRA has tried with the e-payment, because now we pay our taxes the comfort of our offices. Like banks, we don't need to fill any form to have our taxes remitted to GRA. But now having also cut the manual filing to have it e-file, it will save us a lot of time. Like for me, for instance, have to run around to printers, have them sign. So having to do all of this thing at the comfort of my own desk without moving an inch would be a plus, and to be a big time saver. So a lot of people will understand when you deal with bankers, time is not something that we have. Time is definitely most of the time not on our side. So having to cut this manual process will save us a lot, and will also free our schedules for other engagements that we have.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
My name is Lamin S. Jata. I'm the managing partner of Accord Associates. My impression about this workshop, it is in the right direction, because as we are moving into a more digital world, the initiative that's taken by GRA to transform their system to be for the modernization is really catching up with the truth about the reality of our current world. Because when you look at time normally spent in going to GRA is normally very significant. But with the advent of this new system coming up means very little interactions with man, a physical person. You can sit at the comfort of your office and be able to do all the transaction, processing, and even making the payment online. So that is going to save us a lot of time and a lot of missing documents here and there, because when you can file online, that means information is readily available. You can retrieve it. You can also interact with the system. So it is something that we believe is going to bring us changes in the way we do business. So at least everybody now will start realizing that things are changing for the better. And complaints about, I have been to the GRA spending almost half a day, trying to make a payment, will not be there. Even when it comes to your payment, there will be nothing like Saturday or Sunday, I cannot make my payment. So you can easily get online and do a payment. So I believe it is something that is actually highly welcomed at this material time.
Well, my name is Bakari Sanya. I'm the managing partner for Side Accountancy and Audit Partners. Actually, I think this step is in the right direction in terms of transforming the whole tax administrative system in this country. Digitization is a necessary requirement for modern processes and businesses as well. And it's going to bring some positive impact, both in terms of us as practitioners. It will reduce our administrative costs and the turnaround time. And then it also will bring in more efficiency and productivity in terms of the overall tax administration system, as well as enhancing even the tax revenue that would be collected. And it will also lead to reduced cost in terms of the GRA overall tax administration costs. In terms of the taxpayer also, they would have the benefit and the convenience of processing and filing their transactions within the comfort of their houses. So basically, it's going to be a win-win situation, both for the taxpayers, for GRA, and also for us, those that are in the practice as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Babs, it seems these people, they are not resistant to change. I mean, they talk about this of missing files. Sa file bi dafa rare, dafa disappear indi war ko. Nga nekk di print papers rek. Daka di tilimal office bi yep.
Yeah.
So si pare nag wara drive sama dem be Banjul nag. Kirti karta, dama bëgg a file and all those things. Waaye léegi bu la neexee mu nga toog kër sax.
Waaw nga
file am sa tea bu ndaw na kaasi tea.
Wow, that is right.
Wala bu dee sa masan amakula moo la ximal ataya.
Well, then wow. That's right. I think we like to thank them so much, the three speakers, for understanding the subject. Because if you understand the subject, it's very easy for you to deal with it. One thing I took from the speech of Jata, that is like there is not going to be any Sunday or Saturday.
Exactly.
Anytime you can file in your returns and you can pay. Anytime we resume work, that system will work. Because today one other lady during the session mentioned something like what Jata said. Because today is 14th of August. Tomorrow is Sang Mari.
It has always been emphasized that Friday is public holiday.
Yes. So, Legi, when we were discussing about late filing, because, for example, if tomorrow is public holiday, the deadline for filing is tomorrow for PAYE.
And it is public holiday.
And it is public holiday, so you cannot come and file. So the filing should happen today. And now it's after working hours. It can happen if you did not do it from morning up to 4:30. But with the coming of the ITAS, you don't worry about public holiday.
And imagine after that long weekend, you have to go to jail on a Monday.
Yes, and you will pay interest and penalty for late filing. But with the coming of the ITAS, you would not have that problem again. That today is public holiday, today is Saturday, today is Sunday. You just sit at your comfort zone and you do what you want to do. So those are very important. You had the lady from the bank, Eco Bank, I think is Danso.
Danso, Fanta Danso.
Yes. she used to be very busy with these things, going there, getting papers here, filling this form, running to director A, running to director B to sign.
I'm not boole ko ak ciku yu metti nak.
Wow, you know.
Jiyaare itam.
Dañu sonal trop.
Kebetu yu metti yoo xam ne.
Wow. But with the coming of the ITAS, that is over.
Exactly.
You had her say that she will sit at her comfortable zone and just do it.
xam naa police mënu maa ndeewoo sax.
Waaw
ba
léegi depuis suba maa ngi bëgg a files network amut xam nga. But with the coming of the ITAS, it's still going to be with network. Yeah. That is why in some of our offices, most likely in the provincial areas, at your area, Dongoroba, Sanis area, YBK, we will still maintain some of the cashiers.
Why
in the event, in the event there is
YBK town la nak yow tam ali nga ne badibu salikenya wala badibu saba
boy xam nga dis badibu stuff
non wadi ma war rek nga ne badibu saba nangu nañ
non déglu ma
nañ agi fofu rek d'accord rek
non dama bëgg pour nga avoid zone bobu because last week Monday
waaw
Siji dafa déglu programme bi and biñ demee Siji badi bunkala
waaw dëgg léegi bu del la
mu ne so Aliou daf dee toog si télé bi di ma ne ko ne yes moom moo Henry ñoo ko dee instigate so xëy na bi nga ñëwee si programme bi tey dafa fàtte pour wax la ko
waaw
but bul worry soo leen mitaatee you will pay for that price waaw so that is key because coming up of the ITAS dafa is going to reduce the interface that we have with the taxpayers because when we went to do the sensitization last year for our staffs, the first question they will ask is, when the ITAS come, what is going to happen to our jobs? That is the cashiers.
Oh, okay.
You know, because they have the fear that they might lose their job. But the management has already made a plan for them. Not all of them are going to not going to be cashiers again. No, we will still maintain some of them. In the event, because it's going to be web-based, we still need internet. In the event there is no internet, you can still do the manual payment. But
as a backup.
As a backup. Yes. So those of them who will not be retained as cashiers will be redeployed in other departments.
The same way you have backup for NAWEC.
Exactly.
There's no excuse not to pay tax.
No, there is no excuse.
Ati Badou, dégg nga seen gars seen kàddu yooyu ñu ngi doon jéem a bamtuwaat rek li nga doon wax amiin ma nekk njëriñi ITAS bi ay dem naa fa suma file bi miss na wala aw ma jot tey dama busy mënu maa dem jiyaare.
def naa full day nekk naa jiyaare full day.
waaw nekk naa foofu full day ak boole ko ak kebetu yu métti nag suba teel ji
li ñu wax dëgg la. With the introduction of the ITAS, dinañu dimbale lu bare both taxpayers with GRA because comme ni ko Baboucarr waxee rek the interface of us officers and taxpayers will reduce drastically. Dina wàññeeku torop. So one of the speakers as a banker we always know ne time is their problem. They don't have time. So with far too emphasizing on saving time. Fanta. Saving time, which is very essential because time is everything now in this world. So her doing all her tax, wow. Ma ne ko mu pour muy def liggéeyam bi yëpp o fay taxam yëpp on time at her own free time on her desk. Loolu dina ko save a lot of time. Te gis nga ni mu waxee mu ne loolu dina ko appreciate trop when it comes into existence comme ITAS bi suñ ko dooree di ko def. So ñu am another speaker Mr. Lamin Jatta moom tam mu ngi emphasize ne when it comes to this thing tax payment when it comes to be digitalized. You know, so there would be a lot of problems that are existing currently. Duñ happenaat. Problems yi am fu mu nekk nii something like missing documents, comme like nga ñëw indi sa document ñu war koo file ñu ne la document bi réer na ak whatsoever. Loolu noonu yëpp du happenaat. Waaw ñu déglu tamit kii nii.
Xam naa loolu sax dafa wàññi because léegi ñu bari they are doing away with papers. Understand nga.
They're doing away with papers.
Digitized, understand nga. It's good sir pour nga keep records. Because léegi ñu bari ñu ngi do with papers. Because yàlla na ko yàlla tere. When there's a fire outbreak nga lose all those documents.
I know.
So ñu bari loolu moo leen nekk dal waaye léegi with this digitization dafa nekk système bi.
waaw dafa nekk si système bi at any time. So dara du réer document du réer. Everything will be on the system and everything will be accurate. And so on so forth. So léegi tamit déglu nañ beneen speaker. waaw Mr Bakary Sanyang. moom tam mu ngi wax njëriñi ITAS bi. lu moo am su ñëwee into existence. Because dina increase productivity. Dina reduce administrative costs with compliance costs and everything. Earlier on tamit déglu nañ tamit head of headquarter functions Deputy Commissioner Samba Sala lim wax moom tam it comes back to the same thing benn kàddu bi rek la wax comme like li commissioner bi wax Deputy Commissioner Essa Jallow tamit wax.
mu ngi laa wane even though am nañ ay jafe-jafe si yoon bi.
waaw
but give up uñ.
ok
ba léegi gis nañ fu mu toll léegi xam naa ne.
yeah so with the ITAS daal foog naa ne dina gën a indi njëriñ mu ngi ci daal waaw.
Ibrahima.
As Samba rightly said, we would like to thank World Bank for funding the project.
I was coming to that.
Yes.
I was coming to that.
You know, Samba, it's good
exactly.
that Samba reminded us.
I was coming to ask you that
yes,
question.
it's good that Samba reminded us.
Exactly.
Yeah, we thank the World Bank through our line in ministry, the Ministry of Finance. They funded this project.
Exactly.
Yes.
Ibrahima.
Okay. Baraka bag.
Yekumolu moyle nami koje Samba Sala DCG
ani Fanta ani Bakary yemu nabi moyle sa ko jani Bakary afunya jani be na continue ke warne World Bank tentu baga kar World Bank etele project on ya fund through our line ministry munketa Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs so kulti mu ko tentu romba ni jairo mba amurde kam baga kar ni mam fund bondi na pour que programme project pour ka implement ko la bagale so ya funya abeonya ni yada ko DCG yodon Deputy Commissioner General and Head of Domestic Taxes yodon Essa Jallow ay mum fogo ani Deputy Commissioner Headquarter Function Samba Sala ibe kuma kilim foda we munja ne kabin programme jana minala batadol soto ani ngata ngun soto je bar nyomoyo ani nyomuto ani hammo mu yanako na Commissioner General CG also ko GRA Samba nata muta nyofe fo saying ITAS ning alhamdulillah rabbil alamin ala tendula sambi mba kuma sala pour ka use ni ko din DCG info abonya because ningi be ITAS nanara so nandiro nam jolale ko ni aje win-win situation for GRA and the taxpayers. So kamala momanya sila la wala kutije kal kuru mena ko asona da fan adu ni dana jibe kuru imba jula ko no fanam ata siala bagay because sometimes mena ko web based long adu ngabe sonya ndiro kele ni aje fan yum fana yitande ko ni ITAS nanata because jang gambe jan dogo ga ko Monday to Friday and sometimes Saturday. So ITAS nada so manjere ko wori ka fa dimaso mbatar bank soronta wala sibito GRA to doko kala so sina judi si miss no with the ITAS now any day any time of the day and any time of the year is either tax filing is e-registration
and wherever you are in the world
and wherever you are in the world even you can pay
file.
payment and pay you and make filing of your tax and returns also to GRA nyimu kulti mu ko akuma da baga so ko diam lalem fo was fantem fo dem do ko eco bank le ete bank do kulal nyimbetel mako la bakela ka to bank do kulal ning karo kana fa wala they need to make returns or paying tax to GRA lot of filing and lot of paperwork and stressing mo CRA kan okay time ta bagala dum abke o beke dietele bari bank do ko Kenya lo so with the e-tax with the ITAS ning amu aitel do ko fon so ande bakele so ni na dañi auditing firms so fanan ko Bakary fanan foten o be mu ko clienti ITAS mu ko ja na dañi ko sabati jang ko na keba ka fo nyam GRA is a model in West Africa sign ni la digitalization no la wala falindiro ni computer la jamano silo la GRA be silo daga silo mana ko silo burka fanundi pour que nyon dawdi ni dan na Gambia kono jang ani Gambia bandala so ko waru man jam
Abarka Bakke Babukar I mean any idea as to when they will officially launch the ITAS?
Yes, there is no specific date that has been mentioned for now.
But will it be before the end of the year?
No, not this year. Probably 2026.
Okay. It's a process.
It's a process, and the process has to take some time. As you heard in the speeches of the DCG and the CG, we want to bring everybody on board.
Okay.
When we are all at the same playing field, then that is the time we will go in for the launching. We want hence we've done it for the lawyers, the accountants, The journalists also will have their share.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Okay.
the other stakeholders, until all of us are at the same level.
But the journalists, how many of us are filing?
No,
this in?
the journalists.
I just want for them to understand.
Yeah, for them to understand, because they are the ones that do the
Because
reporting. For you,
Mama file could file this in. Mama they gotta file every end of month. Mama amudalo file.
Wow, because for you,
amudalo we file.
yes, for you now,
This is for the same thing.
if you see it is easy for you to report about GRA matters, you understand the system.
Exactly. Yeah,
So we will want to
That's
bring
true.
everybody at the same level.
That's true.
Because you feed the people with the information,
That's
so
true,
you
yeah.
should also understand
Exactly.
the system and all the other stakeholders that are involved. For example, those that are doing business and they cannot use the computer,
Yeah.
their kids will be there, or their staffs that they employ, for them also to help them do this e-filing, e-registration, e-payment.
So what does this mean for GRA having World Bank coming into support? I mean, the ongoing reforms. I mean, was it just 2 weeks ago I saw a delegation from Sierra Leone who were also here?
Yeah, for a study tour.
For a study tour.
Yes, yes.
It tells a lot about
yes,
the GRA.
that shows you that we are on track. They will countries will come here for study tour to come and see how we work. And
it's not the first time, by the way.
No, it's not the first time. I remember last year, Nigeria Customs Academy also came.
Yeah.
And we did a study, they did a study tour of how we operate in the borders. We took them around all the borders, and they saw how we work. And even when we went to China, these people from South Sudan, they were very impressed when we saw them how we work.
It's so size doesn't matter.
Yes, so they even feel that one day or the other they might come here and see how we work. Because remember, World Bank is not going to put their money into anything that is a child's play. CG will always tell you tax collection is not a child's play. So wherever you see World Bank put their money, know that this is not about play.
And this is the future, no doubt about
yes.
it. Digitization is the future.
CG said it, we are setting up the standard for our kids, for our grandchildren, and for our great-great-grandchildren. If all this thing is set, one day or the other, you and I might leave this world and go to Akhira, you know, and do, thank God, anytime the history is mentioned, they will say, well, Alif Sise was part of it. Fatu Jam was part of it. Babukar was part of
Ibrahima
it.
was there.
Ibrahima was part of
Henry.
it.
Henry Mendy. Kebaba. Moringe Johnson.
Yes. Aliou dina emphasize rek ci li Baboucar di wax ne collect tax nekkut lu ndaw. Balang ko dee xam end of month comes to our office. So ñëwee end of month suñu office, all our top officials kenn du dee am jaama. As far as the target is not hit, everybody is on call, you're busy checking the payments, calling people that should come and pay. So it's not a small thing. And they really put in a lot of efforts. Yeah, that's behind the scenes.
We only hear the figures, but we don't know what happened behind it.
Yeah, but behind the scenes, to be honest, sometimes
it's dramatic, I know.
On that day, if you're having gente or whatsoever, you forgo everything and then you focus. Everybody knows it's end of month in the office. So we're really pleading with people that they have to be compliant. And then you know the face and taxi on time, the candle and topper.
And it's nice, I mean, when you are compliant at the awards, I mean, you are called all your colleagues and giving award, that alone is something.
In the presence of the president.
Exactly.
Your business is mentioned, your name is mentioned. That is the biggest achievement you will have.
Definitely. And nga lo sa amesa deng de bahel president be content.
Daf de content because dina xam ne yaa ngi contribute to development in dëkk bi. Su dee loolu su dee lu ndaw nga dee fay sax. You should sit in your own corner. Nga feel ne man tam maa ngi contribute. Comme for example ñun ñi yëpp PAYE lañ dee fay every month dañ ko deduct from our salaries. Loolu mooy sa contribution. Fii be balaa ngay ubbi sa own magasin bu mag Dongoro Ba. Loolu mooy sa contribution.
Loolu laay ñaande. Deme amal suma boppa. Di employ ay nit. Loolu laay ñaande ñaan ma nekk fi be faw de. Chairman Jai, I'm not saying that. Well, viewers, thank you very much, Baboucar. I understand time is up. But Ibrahima, thank you so much for coming on the program. That Ibrahima Essane, who is Taxpayers Education Officer. And on my immediate right is a very good friend and brother, Baboucar Njai, Senior Taxpayers Education Officer. On my far right, Andy Fatu Cham, Taxpayer Service Officer. Andy Fatu, ñu ngi laa gërëm, I mean, for always availing yourself. Definitely. Dama dey enjoy sa platform ak moom, to be honest, you know. Dama ko dey appreciate trop. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Exactly. Waaw mën a ñëw, definitely. Man, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I am on screen,
Yeah.
my kids will be watching and my husband will be watching.
Definitely.
So I appreciate that.
Okay. Definitely, Auntie
And
Fatou.
all
Jërëjëf,
loved
jërëjëf.
ones.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Auntie Fatou. Well, viewers, with that, we bring an end to this week's edition of your GRA Taxpayer Education Program. Do join us next week. Until then, bye-bye from me and the entire team.
GRA Loi moko dolel pour mu feku tax GRA Loi moko dolel pour mu feku